SMU at Penn State.
I love it.
Electric game on Saturday for the college football playoffs. This is going to say a lot about both of these teams.
Yes.
We're going to find out a whole lot of what SMU's made of and Penn State. I love these interconference games. Penn State 8.5-point home favorites. Total 53.5. Mario, I want to start with you here.
Yep.
The winner of this game gets to play Boise State.
Yes.
They're going to be big favorites against Boise State, whoever the winner is.
Yes.
So the winner of this game is likely to go to the semis.
That's what's so beautiful.
What are you thinking when you see this game? Is there upset potential here, or does Penn State just roll with this big spread?
Yeah, I looked at this game for quite some time. I wanted to find a way where I could give it to SMU because I'm more of a fan of this SMU team
I agree.
than this Penn State team. You know, I've been apologizing to the Penn State, community. I, may have been a little bit harsh.
Sandusky victims.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was maybe a little harsh first half of the season, but I've come around, okay? They are actually a good team. I am slightly a fan, but overall, still don't like Penn State. Okay?
Fair.
You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, if
You
I'm
can't
being real-
forgive them for the history.
Yeah. I get
Being Penn
never
State.
forget.
Yeah, never forget.
Shout out.
Mike can't forget.
Shout out.
Scarred.
Yeah, but this SMU team, I just like their story. Definitely like the Cinderella story kind of this college
Cinderella
football.
boy, yeah.
Whoa.
It's from Caddyshack.
Yep.
Okay. Anyways, but after looking at this game, I genuinely believe this is going to be a rout from Penn State.
Wow.
Listen, I love Drew Allar's great. He's a better passer than I gave him credit for. He showed me a lot in that Oregon game. They have good receivers, good O-line, good running back, but that's not I think why this is going to be a rout. I think they're going to just absolutely limit this SMU offense. I like this Penn State defense, and they're going to have a 12th man out there because this stadium, this environment is going to be absolutely rocking. I think this is just a place that SMU is not prepared for, especially this weather. I love Kevin Jennings, but it does not smell like the 80s, folks. This is
By the way,
not a game.
For the weather, I believe the game kicks off. What time does this game kick off?
Early.
Is it early?
9 a.m. So
9 a.m.?
12 p.m.
Well, it's
noon,
24 degrees
Eastern
with potential
Standard
snow
time.
in Pennsylvania
Oh my God.
for Southern Methodist.
The super
University.
white game.
So this is a game that, like, everything about this game, the crowd's gonna be insane. You good?
You all right?
Oh yeah. No, that got me going.
Okay.
No, that got me going.
Whoa. All
He's
right.
ready to go.
Snowstorm.
Yeah, snowstorm. But you're all over Penn State.
Yeah, love Penn State minus 8.5. I think this is gonna be a shutout.
Wow. Shut out.
Not a shutout, but it's close.
SMU
Close.
team
Shut
total.
out. Not a shut out.
It's going to be a gentleman's shutout. It's going to be like Georgia, TCU in the, in the
spot the ball.
championship. They
63-7.
get one. Yeah, they get
all I
one
needed
little
was
set.
one.
That was a great
baby.
bet. You
Joe.
did bet Ryan that they would shut him out and score literally 0 points.
Yeah.
And they won 63-7.
Yeah.
Which-
That's what I
Off of
do.
you.
On a fluke touchdown.
That's what I do.
I actually
slither
feel
my
like I
way.
won that.
You did win that bet.
Yeah.
Michael,
So
how do you feel here?
So let me actually give you some history here. So
God.
the Mongolians.
Oh my God,
were-
your people.
No, I mean, he knows.
Time out. Stop. So, anyways, let me tell you something about these
Kamsamida.
Mongolian warriors. No, let me tell you about something about these Mongolian warriors. So, they were nomadic people pretty much because they were always terrorizing pretty much all of China, the mainland. And
I mean,
what
more
would
than
happen
China.
is
The whole world. They killed 10% of the population.
I mean, they made it to Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
we killed. Yeah.
Oh, he admits it.
Well,
There it is.
Okay,
Well,
now good to know.
clip that.
well,
Clip it.
well, that's not
Mongolian
what-
Mike.
It's all in the eyes.
might not be what I meant.
You said
but,
we.
Yeah, not what I meant though.
How?
Anyway, so northern China actually gets really, really cold. And
Yeah.
what the Mongolians would do is when it would get cold, they not only would eat people, but also their horses
I don't
so
think they'd
that
eat
they
people.
wouldn't die. They would actually eat some parts of their enemies and some certain enemies. So again, going back to the fact that when it
just
was
completely
cold,
made that up, but,
you shut your mouth.
okay, yeah, I'll-
going back to the fact that when it's cold, ponies don't survive and they get eaten. SMU is going into a torrential blizzard. They don't
not. It's
understand.
light snow.
You stop. You
Winter
stop
is
it.
coming.
You stop it. Winter is coming. This is going to be a real Penn State whiteout in the truest naturist sense.
A lot of
Not only is there
whiteout's
going to
coming.
be snow going in nose, but also snow coming
Whoa.
down on the
Jesus,
field.
everything's gonna be bleeped in this entire segment.
No. I mean, because wind is blowing and it goes up into the
How did that get there?
extremities.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've been there.
So yeah,
do you mean
big
by that?
whiteout game, big snow game for Penn State. Ponies, they freeze, they die, they
good
get
analogy.
eaten.
Sandusky's eat ponies.
So Penn State's Mongolian.
Well,
In
yeah,
the analogy.
yeah, kind
You
of.
are Penn State.
You are Penn State.
Nope.
That's your favorite team.
I'm Korean. I'm
It all
Korean.
comes full
I'm
circle. Shout out
Korean.
Saquon.
We never
Who's your
seen-
I'm
favorite-
Korean.
Who's your favorite running back?
I'm Korean.
Favorite running back.
Bijan Robinson.
No,
Okay.
not true.
Yes, it is.
No, no.
Bijan Robinson.
Not
That's a
true.
better question. Who's your first favorite running back?
Who's your first love?
Well, first one was Earl Campbell.
Earl Campbell. You know.
It's not Earl Campbell.
You,
I showed you Earl Campbell.
Well,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, you know about Earl
Super
Campbell.
technically,
Oh my God.
super technically,
He's gonna say Red
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Oh, yeah.
This guy.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
All right, enough of this.
First,
And then Darren
College.
Sproles.
first college.
Get outta here.
Talking college, Mike.
Like, why are you holding the mic like that?
Jonathan
You-
Brooks.
As soon as you started talking
No.
about,
Yes.
you know, did
Did
you
not
guys
like
notice?
Jonathan Brooks before you liked Saquon?
I didn't know Saquon in college.
You have a poster of Saquon Barkley.
I
in your
do
room.
not have
Naked.
A
Sports
He's literally
Illustrated Body
naked.
Edition in your room.
Not
And
You cut out the
And
football.
did you notice-
cut out the football.
Rewatch, rewind if you're watching this episode.
Not
as soon as
true.
we mentioned Saquon, how many hands went on that mic stand? He started going like this.
All of them.
And as soon as it happened, watch this. I watched it happen. I want to watch the replay on this. As soon as it was mentioned, he knows it. That's what. See, look at him. Look
at him.
He's
He's
getting
Twitching
all,
now.
He's getting all randy.
Yeah, you get that smile.
But let me talk about this Penn State team.
Yeah, let's talk
So
about
the winner of this
Penn
game,
State
like I
team.
said, 100% in the Final Four. Boise State. If you're a Boise State fan watching this, saying like, "Hey, who are we going to play?" It doesn't matter. You're going to get blown out. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, you're in
you
the Mountain West. It
stupid
doesn't matter.
Ponies.
The more I look at this game, the harder this spread actually gets for me to decide on. So SMU is the 8th highest scoring offense in college football. They haven't played
Team total.
anyone. They haven't, it's Ryan's favorite bet, right?
Oh, yeah.
SMU team total over.
Greatest thing ever.
They played
TTO.
2 ranked teams. They've lost to both of those teams.
Correct.
So on their ability to win big games, you haven't seen it from SMU. But what you have seen, regardless, is their ability to score points. They do that all the time. Penn State is the 7th best scoring defense in college football. They've been pretty good overall in the season at limiting points, but against quite a few teams they've played, their defense has allowed a lot of points, like
yeah.
really big, and it wasn't pretty. They gave up 45 to Oregon. Obviously, Oregon's best team in the country,
Yeah.
sure, but 45 is a lot of points.
a lot.
That's a lot. They're scoring almost every possession. 30 to USC, that's a lot for a team that won 5-6 games this year. 27 to Bowling Green. Yeah, you can say that was
that's a rough
early in
one.
the season. It was a home game. They barely beat Bowling Green. And 25 to Minnesota, a Minnesota team that's really, really not that good in the Big Ten,
Yeah.
kind of average. Against a lot of the bad opponents they had, though, they completely shut them out. So the average is way lower than a lot of these big games. I don't think SMU falls in that category of against the really bad teams they play. I think they're definitely in the USC, Minnesota, or like Oregon averaged out team. I think SMU scores in this one. I think SMU averages 36.8 points per game. I think they score at least 28 points.
Wow.
So I'm giving SMU 28, and I know it's in the cold. I know it's in the light
Yes.
snow. It's a morning game. I just think somehow SMU scores. You can say what you want about Clemson, but they started 24-7 at halftime. SMU ended with 31 points. So I don't know how they're going to get to 28. I'm strictly looking at this spread as a better, and I'm saying if I think SMU scores 38, the question now becomes
28.
is Penn's 28. Sorry, I got ahead of myself there. Can Penn State score 37 to cover? Right, because they need to win by 9 to cover the 8.5.
That's perfect. They scored that exactly.
Yep, exactly. So they've scored 37 points in 3 games this season, including most recently against Oregon.
Yeah.
I think they can do it again. At home, freezing temperatures, and while I hate being on James Franklin's side in a ranked game, this SMU team, again, really hasn't beat very many good teams, and it's really hard for me to just lean on the fact that SMU somehow is able to stop Penn State's offense and able to score. It feels like it's very against the grain betting SMU here. I'd be shocked if they win this game outright. If they cover by 8, you lost the spread, GG's. So I'm not hammering the spread just because I think Penn State's going to have to score over 35 points to cover the spread. I just think that's true. If they can stop SMU's offense, I'm going to be a huge fan of Penn State moving forward on this side of the bracket. But I need to see it to believe it. I'm taking Penn State minus the 8.5. Not big, just 1 unit.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough because it's going to be the first game in 2.5 years. I'm not going to bet the SMU team total over.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is going to be. Take away everything in this game. I watched the first 4 minutes of the Clemson SMU game.
Yeah.
They almost doubled their drops in 3 possessions than they did the entire year.
They were nervous.
Why? They were nervous. It was the biggest game of the career. Also, it was freezing. It was one of the cold. I think it was 30 degrees.
29 degrees.
Yeah, 29 degrees.
In Charlotte.
It was freezing. And it was equal neutral site.
Yeah.
So like maybe there's a couple more Clemson fans. I think SMU.
There was definitely a lot more Clemson.
No, I'm
fans.
saying maybe there's more Clemson fans. That's fine. You're going to Penn State where there's going to be
100%.
five SMU fans at most, and it's going to be colder. The conditions. There's going to be conditions
Maybe snow.
outside.
Maybe
snow, which means their best part of their game with Kevin Jennings could be slowly taken away. Penn State's running defense is going to be fine. Notice Dylan Gabriel cooked them up. The running offense wasn't amazing. Wasn't anything special. There's no chance SMU wins this game. Penn State easily controls it. The only thing about the over/under is how Penn State wants to play the game. It is freezing. You don't do crazy calls. You don't go deep a lot when it's that type of weather. So it might be like a 28-7 game and the over doesn't hit. But Penn State easily covers here, and I might even bet SMU team total under because I have no faith in this team to go into the cold with this much pressure.
First time ever.
Yep.
Well, there you have it. So I think everyone's pretty much saying Penn State. It's going to be a walk.
Yeah.
We are Penn State.
If you're an SMU fan, let us know in the comments how you guys can hang.
Is
in
it
this
possible,
one.
bro?
Because I want to believe it, but I'm kind of like Mario, where you look at this game a lot of different ways and you're like, shit.
I mean, you're talking to your number one fan. You tell me.
Tell
me.
So let us know in the
SMU's
comments. Drop a subscribe, drop a follow, share with a friend. Let us know what you think. We're posting college football throughout the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
We've been doing it all year. We'll be doing it going forward. So lock in with us, join the action, and let us know what you think on the game.
Bang.